What's going on, YouTube world and YouTube tribe? Welcome back to this review. As you can see, the Moon Knight episode, season 1, episode 1, called The Goldfish Problem. Moon Knight surprised me because it usually takes me a minute when I'm unsure about a show to know if it's going to be good or not. But I honestly kind of I was more entertained than I thought it was going to be, and got more invested. Now, does this mean that this could just be a one shot, one and done? They blew their whole wad in this one episode, but it got me wanting to see in episode 2 and onward to see where this story goes. But here's the synopsis for episode 1. Stephen Grant learns that he may be a superhero, but may also share a body with a ruthless mercenary. Now, I don't know a lot about Moon Knight. He was one of those characters that I knew of. I knew he was a Marvel superhero, but I never knew like his whole story, right? But apparently, Stephen Grant suffers from multiple personality disorder. Like that's how they I guess the superhero Moon Knight part is like his alter ego, and it's not really like when he's Moon Knight, he's not really in control of his body. But that's where we're introduced to. We're introduced to his life and how he go about his day-to-day life. He got this. It was funny because it's called the Goldfish Problem, because he got this goldfish that only had like one fin, and it's funny how that gets resolved in the episode. But yeah, so we introduced to him. We see him he has to tie himself up and use like one of those like these leg ankles that they would probably use to restrain people at a mental asylum. We see him puts a lot of sand around his bed to track and see if if somehow he's getting out of that. He also keeps the tape. He keeps a tape on his door, a blue tape on his door to let himself know when he wakes up, have he been somehow finagling to do those two things and been opening the door still. So you see all these things and how he goes about his day, and they show you like this is a daily routine for him, and that he oh man, I forgot the other dude. What is that other dude's name? He was a great actor. I can't remember his name, so I want to say that was what I was about to get into. Then all of a sudden I forgot the dude's name. I hate that I forgot his name. No, Ethan Hawke. I was gonna call him Stephen Hawke. Ethan Hawke. He ends up running into Ethan Hawke's Arthur Harrow, and it's funny how he gets there. But before I get to that point, I did jump ahead of myself. But he basically goes out and he does his day-to-day life, and he starts to slowly realize he might have been still sleepwalking, because he is certain thing that's starting not to add up. The first thing that doesn't add up is this girl that he's been wanting to ask out on a date. Suddenly, all of a sudden, coming up to him, I said, woman that he wanted to ask out on a date, and she suddenly comes up to him and asks him, we still on for Friday, and he goes along with it until he realizes, wait a minute, what? I never asked her out. Why is she why does he think we going on a date? And then, she just does when he's trying to ask and ask questions, she just like, oh, you're funny. And then walk away like he just playing like coy. But he's not playing coy. He's really genuinely want to know, why did you want to go on a date with me? I haven't asked you on a date, not realizing that the other personality had taken over and basically done it for him. But then that's when, getting ready for that, he ended up waking up in the Swiss Alps, and that's when he meets Aaron Harrow, or Arthur Harrow, sorry. He ends up meeting Arthur there because he stole this scarab, and this whole debacle starts to play down, and it was cool, it was cool. Eventually, from that point on, his life he's just having jumps from days missing. Like he don't know what's going on. But you do. I like that they do show what happens when he do black out or he do become the other personality. They do show what he goes through, and I like that. I like it. It was this one particular scene. You'll see it when he's trying to run from the bad guys, and he's Steven, and then he basically like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. He got this gun in him. Oh god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And then he goes. He does the Undertaker, and his eyes go in the back of his head, and then he comes back to himself, and everybody dead and messed up. I was just like, oh God. And he's just sitting there like when he's looking at the carnage, he's like, oh my God, what the heck? What did I do? He don't know what he's done. And this particular part too, it happens multiple times too, and it happens multiple times. And each time it happens, like. The person that's putting him in danger is like somewhere messed up. I'm just like, oh God. But I think the run critics after that, then you get some you get some more story detail background. You get some more like intertwined. I thought Arthur was gonna be like a friend, but it seems more like an antagonist right now, and you see some more action, and then. The one disappointment came when it came when you first see him, and you'll understand my disappointment when you see it. It's a disappointment, not that because it was like it looked bad. It's a disappointment because of when you see Moon Knight. The first time you see Moon Knight, it's a disappointment when you finally see him. So it was like I'm like, wait a minute, what? I was into it. I didn't even realize we was at this point. And that's when you see him? Oh man, that's messed up. But that's like my only gripe with this episode is that by the time you do physically see the costume in action in the episode, it's just like, man, you picked that wrong time to do that. Because that just made me feel like it was like you could have done this sooner. But otherwise, this episode, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 big ups too, because this episode 30 entertainment made me laugh. I'm 30 intrigued to see where Moon Knight goes and how he's gonna fit into the overarching story of the MCU. Hopefully, a Midnight Suns. But you let me know in the comments down below if you've seen this episode of what you thought of Moon Knight, and let me know if you enjoyed this video so much. I meant to say if you enjoy. Then hit that button right there in the upper right corner for all of my reviews. And if you enjoyed this video so much, you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things, because it helps me bring you more content like this, because I know you want to see more content like this when you do it. And as always, hit any one of these videos with more amazing content, but I'm going anywhere because I got more gameplay coming for you guys. I don't think other than Morbius movie review coming. I just got more gameplay and maybe some more Will Smith in those videos. But peace out.